Welcome. You already know it's the pound, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to 2026. I just like to say, welcome to the Pound ENT Podcast, where we talk about the growth of hip hop as a teacher and just growing up in hip hop. And if it's your well, it ain't gonna be your first. It's gonna be your first time, but it won't be your last though. This ain't about charts or who's right or wrong, who fell off, whatever. This is about hip hop becoming soundtrack becoming a man. You know what I mean? Uh, I just feel like what it was as when you listen to hip hop, we had confidence and struggle, just being patient with everything. And being in the room, just listening to music and just realizing, damn, like you ever had that one album where you just like, damn, bro, just thinking about everything and it's just coming back naturally, whatever it is, the hip hop sound was for me everything for me, So today, excuse me, I want to talk about growing up with hip hop and what it gave to me, what it took for me, and how my relationship with it changed me to become the man that I am. If you grew up with hip hop in your headphone speakers or car, this one is for you type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I remember being young and hip hop felt like freedom because I did not understand what it was. Those who don't know, I'm Haitian American, and in my household, it was more so Haitian compa. In the old school, you know what I'm saying? Not to say uh it wasn't good, because definitely I grew up with hip hop. Grew up with the Haitian culture, and I knew all of what my mom was listening to was a betterment for me. So I'm not saying it was bad. I was just saying, hey, like this, when I seen hip hop, or when I first heard hip hop, it was powerful. It was, storytelling. It was different, and English is my first language, and Creole is my second. I know that's crazy, but like, yeah, that's what it is. Hip hop spoke to me in like poverty, being angry in the streets, whatever, the survival of, just trying to make it out here, with two nickels, you know what I'm saying? And then just like, even me being an artist, just trying to prove myself and to everybody else that I could do it. It was crazy. It's like you was like saying you was coming up for nothing and still shine, and everybody doubting you. You gotta bet on yourself type shit. And it was crazy because it was different from the different type of things that were, I guess, being spoken out, as far as like pop and hip hop, pop and rock and all that. It was different. It was my culture. You know what I'm saying? It was people that was on the screen. Whether I know Diddy's crazy right now, but like Diddy, Five, Joe, 50 Cent, Eminem, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The vibes, all that. And I'm from New York, so like, you heard, that's the type of shit that I grew up on. That was around me. You know what I mean? From the sneakers, the culture, the chains, the earrings, all that. I remember we had the little brick phones with the little light up antennas, whatever. It used to be crazy, but it also had bars where metaphors, similes, and all that, where it was just crazy. It was a vibe. Like, it made you think. And for those who think that hip hop was just mainly about the streets, it wasn't. Well, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, you can dive into it where it's more so, uh, like I said, bars. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, he said what? Nah, but I absorbed it all. I just felt like it was a lot of lessons learned, and it was a lot of things that made me the man that I am, just because of things that I could relate to. You know what I mean? When I was young, I used to not realize. Well, yeah, when I was young, it was more so like I was the outsider because I was patient, and even the schools was like, yeah, since you speak a second language, you're gonna be in a different class. Like, it was tragic. Like, I didn't feel like that was a good idea. You know what I'm saying? It was a good. It wasn't a good idea at all. The fuck. But anyways, I just felt like why would you want to separate? I know they was trying to teach us or trying to make us better, I guess. But like that was a bad idea. As I got older, I started to realize hip hop teaches whether you want it or not, your values, priorities, definition of success. You know what I'm saying? From time of either you getting out of hood or what I mean. If you in the hood, at least you balling and out of control. And I'm not glorifying all none of that. I'm just saying it's what it teaches from my point of view. It taught me a lot of different perspectives and whatnot, and what to uh, look forward to. It also taught me the discipline, the grind, the ownership, the shit that it wasn't being taught in school. You know what I'm saying? It definitely has some egos in hip hop where you boast friggin' you big and bad or whatever. But you also got to realize there was certain things like the R&B side, the R&B side of it, where is you don't know how to express your feelings. You just trying to express it to the world or express it to that one girl where the only thing that you can do is just spit it out and like spit, like actually either sing or rhyme. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a lot. I mean, there was also the consequences of hip hop because if you didn't really understand what they was doing or what the artists were bragging and boasting about, you could end up in trouble because you thought that street life was so important and so it's what you had to do. And sometimes you did have to do it, but other times you didn't really necessarily need to be in the streets, and it's how you take it and how you perceive that message, I think, to make yourself a better man. And I think this is the reason why I want to do this podcast the most, just because what it taught me and also how to be a better man in the future definitely was in the past already and the present. Just the things that it taught me, hip hop. I think I want to like share it with the audience, fans, whatever, supporters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Gotta say that because the more y'all share, the more y'all like, the more y'all follow, the more content is gonna be delivered. I promise you, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time where we sitting down with artists, we sitting down with just men, we sitting down with friends of mine, and then we just discussing about uh the hip hop closing, the forces, the Jordans, the new releases, the I ain't gonna say it like that, but the sexy reds, you know what I'm saying? Just everything that involves hip hop, the jewelry, because we need to talk about it. And I feel like this right here should be a good space. I'm in the studio right now, and I feel like, yeah, this is a good space to talk about it and just chill. Like it shouldn't be like such of a big debate, but it's more so having the conversation, maybe letting people know that don't know hip hop what it is, that hip hop is so important to the world, to the culture, to our youth, to the YNs, the unks, the aunties, the OGs. Why is it so important? Even in food, I didn't even mention that food. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I wanted to keep this a little short because um, this is the first one, and I'm just trying to bring y'all in so we can have a discussion because I don't want it to be just me. I wanted to be y'all. I wanted to have the conversation with y'all, and I will have like I don't know if you can see it, the little mic right here. People of course come through. Also want y'all to call in as well, so we can discuss, we could chat, we could talk, I could listen. I'm not no expert. I'm just saying I love hip hop and everything about it, and I want to share it with y'all. You feel me? So, with that being said, it's your boy Taz. I'm supposed to be going on this script I was reading. I was reading, but yeah, that didn't go as planned. So we gonna make it like this, and yeah, I'm gonna see y'all on the next podcast.